many years old. I need to move over here.
There you go.
I've been hiding from the camera all night, okay?
That don't work with me, buddy.
But anyway, here several years ago, I felt that I needed to get out and get to sing for the Lord. And this song right here was the very first soundtrack that I ever bought. And this was many years ago. Probably some of you remember me from the muffler shop down there on the west end of town. Well, I was riding back and forth between here and Sneed's, and I'd sing this song probably 3 or 4 times each direction every day, 5 days a week. And I knew it, you know, by heart. I knew it frontwards, backwards, and everything else. I got up the first time to sing it. And you know what happened? Need I say any more as to why I have the words in front of me? But you know, that wasn't enough. After I got the words in front of me, I was singing along, just praising the Lord and having a good time. And you know, I couldn't find my place on there. I knew where I was supposed to be, but I couldn't find it down here. So now, whenever I get up here to sing this song, I go just like that with my thumbnail and go all the way down. Anyway, it's good to be here tonight, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. We've had a lot of problems over the last 3.5 years. My oldest daughter was diagnosed with hepatitis B and mono all at the same time. And this was after about 6 months of, well, let's try this, let's try that, let's try something else. Well, to make a long story short, they referred us to Shan's. Well, Shan's confirmed what our blood work up here had shown. And after about 4 or 5 trips down there, they said, well, let's do a liver biopsy. All this time, we knew, or I knew, I felt in my spirit that God was going to step in. We got her down there that day, and they did the blood work and everything. And about 2 o'clock that afternoon, the doctor was sitting there going over the procedure with us, and his beeper went off. He said, well, the blood tests are in. I'm going to go look at the results. He come back in. He had the test results in his hands. He says, I don't often get to do this, and he says, I really don't know what happened. He says, but you can get dressed and go home, little girl. I says, I know what happened. He says, what? I says, there's been a lot of prayers go up to that mighty physician in the sky. I says, and he stepped in. I got to tell that story about 4 times before I left the hospital that day. They had gone down and dropped us off to the transit, you know, because they was going to have us stay overnight and everything. Well, that's what it was required. We had to wait 4 hours and 15 minutes for a ride to get down there. So anyway, the name of the song is called The Altar. And I just hope and pray I don't lose my place here. If I do, just bear with me. I'll catch up with it when it hits the chorus. as I am. People at the altar kneeling down to pray. Some are finding mercy, forgiveness for their sin. Some are fighting battles